Yeah, it
seemed to,
felt like it was struggling a little bit.
well, hillbilly Wi-Fi. All right, we are live. Here we go with the intro.
You've arrived at the Texas to Tennessee podcast, your home for your favorite independent artists and a couple of guys you've never heard of.
Who?
It was Texas, it was Tennessee. It was what I had coming to me. You were unlike anything.
Howdy, folks. You have arrived at the Texas to Tennessee podcast. My name is Steve. Up top on my screen is Soul Gravy. How are you, sir?
And I'm doing good, doing good. Busy day, but a good day.
Absolutely. We got a double dose of Adam there. So Adam on the pod as a host, which is wonderful. James Otto joining.
Yeah, I talked to him for a second before that we started that pod, and he was like, I said, "Oh, yeah, you'll be on the intro," and he said, "What did I say?" Just hold on, you'll find out.
Well, I'm pretty sure he'd seen it, but he's busy, so
yeah, that's all right.
Folks, we are very excited to have our friend Jack Donker on tonight. Welcome in, Jack. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to be on here. I'm pretty excited. It'll be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, absolutely. We are thrilled to have you. We always like to start off with the tell us about yourself question. So if you could take a couple minutes and just give us a little bit of your backstory, that would be wonderful.
Cool, yeah. So I'm from Kansas City, Kansas side, and so that's where I grew up. I've been playing music there since I was like 5. It's my thing. It's what I've always been doing. My mom, I said I wanted to play guitar, and my mom bought me a guitar for Christmas and then put me in lessons, and she never let me skip one till I got out of high school. So that's kind of how it all started, and I like played a lot of jazz and that kind of stuff growing up, and that's where I played my first gigs and that kind of stuff, where I met my band. And my dad's always liked like red dirt music and country music, and so I grew up listening to it a lot, and I really don't think I started going in that direction until I got into high school, and then I started writing my own songs, and from there, I think my mom thought that getting me into music would make me like smarter and make me like a good kid, and then now all it does is make me stay in bars all night playing songs and just gets me in trouble.
Yeah, that's ironic. So
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, appreciate it. Well, Soul Gravy, it took us 190 episodes to get somebody from a home state on. So I'm thrilled to have Jack here. Jack, I lived in Kansas City for 13 years. Spent my first 20 years or so in the state of Kansas, but you got a lot of love for Kansas City. And fortunately, Soul Gravy, I set you up for success tonight.
Okay.
This is I think I did. We'll find out here shortly.
You told me that before.
I know, but I feel pretty good about tonight.
I mean it this time.
This is the Why Are They Famous Kansas City version. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm going to go reverse alphabetical order.
Uh-oh.
In case you're cheating. I don't think you are. Too busy today to cheat.
Right.
All right. First one, we don't have to stray far. Shelley Wright.
Shelley Wright was a country music singer.
Yes, I think she still might be, but yes.
Yeah. I think the song, I want to say Shake the Sugar Tree. I think she did that one. But maybe not. I don't know.
We'll take your word for it.
Well,
shout out to Shelley.
Yes, shout out. Come on, chat. Let me know if I'm wrong on that one.
I'm sure they will. Thank you.
Okay.
One for one. Next, one of the most famous Kansas Cityans. His name is Tom Watson.
I don't. He's one of the most famous Kansas Cityans, and I'm not sure if I know him. I have an idea, but I think I'm wrong. So let's just keep on rolling with that.
Okay. Well, what if I give you a hint?
Okay.
his arch rival was a guy named Jack Nicklaus.
Okay. I was thinking that was a golfer. Okay. I thought I was wrong. I thought I was wrong, though.
Yeah, yep. He's
Okay.
5-time British Open winner, part of the World Golf Hall of Fame, twice Masters champion. So, Tom was pretty salty. All right, I've got confidence. We're going to go ahead and give that one to you. Harry S. Truman.
Yeah, he was pretty important politician and whatnot, and president and all that.
33rd president of the United States, technically from independence, but we're using Kansas City, so Kansas City Metro-ish.
Gotcha.
This one a little bit tougher. I'm not sure if you know this one or not, but Tech 9.
I mean, he has the Chiefs walkout song.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I figured that might be the connection. So shout out to Tech 9, world famous Kansas City rapper. This one definitely tougher. Kate Spade.
I don't know if I'm familiar.
Kate Spade is she's not with us anymore, but she was a fashion designer.
Okay.
You hear a lot of people talking about Kate Spade purses, that was her thing. So shout out to Kate Spade.
Next time I'm on the job site, I got nuggets of information to use.
You do.
All right.
All right. Rodney Peete.
Is that yeah, he was a quarterback.
Yes.
He was married to an actress. I can't remember what her name was.
I can't either, but he played, I think, most of his career with Detroit, but I think he also played maybe with Philadelphia for a little bit. So shout out to Rodney Peete.
Yep.
Ginger Rogers.
No, I don't think I'm familiar.
Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, that whole combo. Yeah, Fred Astaire. All right. Famous, a little bit old time movie star.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know who Fred Astaire is, but I wasn't familiar.
She was his sidekick. All right. Satchel Paige.
He was a baseball pitcher.
Yes.
Spent some time in Memphis, I believe. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, little known fact: when I was on, I used to work at a sports station when I was a young lad out of high school and everything, and he was a guest. I didn't interview him, but I board up the interview and got to meet him, so that was cool.
That's cool. Tyronn Lue.
Now he is I know he's a coach right now, a basketball coach, but I don't remember if he played professional.
He did. He played for several teams, but I think he went to Iowa State. Jayhawks are playing Iowa State currently right now and probably losing, so shout out to Iowa State, I guess. All right, Craig Kilborn. This might be a little bit of a reach.
Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar.
He made his fame by that late night ESPN Sports Center show, probably in the 90s. And it was great. Him and
I'm sure
Scott.
I have seen his face before. Is that when they actually used to talk about sports, not just argue?
Yes.
Okay. You can continue, and I'm going to look.
Yep. So Scott Van Pelt, who's the bald guy who still does Sports Center. Some of the very best ESPN Sports Centers of all time were those two dudes.
He was also wasn't he a late night talk show host also? Okay.
He was.
I saw his face.
I think he was in Old School with the movie Old School, if you've seen that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's been a while.
He was hitting on the waitress. All right. This person actually was not born. He was actually born in Chicago, but spent a good chunk of his life in Kansas City and worked at the Kansas City Star. His name is Ernest Hemingway.
I'm familiar with Ernest Hemingway. I think we're going to be around some of Hemingway's stuff here in a couple of weeks.
I think so.
Around the Key West.
He's got a famous house down there, and apparently like to hang out around some of the bars. So shout out to Ernest Hemingway. Eddie Griffin.
Comedian.
Yes.
Is that the right person?
Dude, You're doing great tonight.
Oh,
You really
thank
are.
you. Thank you.
Walt Disney.
Who?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm familiar with Walt Disney. Yeah,
all right.
I think
Shout out to Walt.
everybody. That would probably be like the unanimous, like that everyone would know.
Yes. A few more. We're almost
Okay.
done. Walter Cronkite.
He was a TV or news anchor, right?
He was. He was probably maybe
The
the most famous
right.
of all when people watched. I mean, maybe people
When
watch
they-
news. I don't know.
Right.
Chris Cooper. Really basic name.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm not
Pull
sure.
up his picture if you don't mind. If you have Google near,
Okay.
see if that helps. We'll give you a visual clue on this one. Folks at home,
Y'all really.
hopefully you're doing the same.
That's not it. It pulled up Chris Opie. I don't know who that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's an actor.
Yep. He's won an Oscar, so
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
He has. He's good. Great actor. All right.
I mean, to
Don
be fair, if I didn't look these up ahead of time, I mean, if I actually did, we would have pictures like this slide to actually show people who these people
that'd be
are.
fun.
But that would take part of the me getting it wrong out
Sure.
of the question anyway.
I mean, I guess I could send those to you before. Whatever.
Yeah, but then that messes up the game.
It does. It does. Don Cheadle.
Mm-mm.
He's an actor as well. You need to pull up his picture because I'm pretty sure you will recognize him.
Okay.
Cheadle. Jack, thanks for bearing with us on that.
Oh yeah. He was in a Hotel Rwanda and
He
a
was.
bunch of other
Ocean's
and Iron
11,
Man. Iron
Crash, Iron Man. Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff. Two more.
Man. Okay.
Burt Bacharach.
Bert was I believe what do you? I'm trying to think of the correct word. I think he had an orchestra and
Yeah.
all of that, right? I mean, he was basic. What do you? Oh God.
He was a
What do
composer.
you call that? Composer, yes. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah. He, when you look at the list of songs that he wrote, you're like, oh, yeah. Anyway, but like
I see
kinda
his.
old
I see
school.
his records in the at the Goodwill and stuff all the time.
Get a good discount on some Burt Bacharach vinyl,
Yeah.
folks. All right, last and not least,
Okay.
Ed Asner.
Mm-mm.
Did you ever see the Mary Tyler Moore Show?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay, he's been in a lot of things, but he was the boss.
Okay.
So, bald guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's
I
Ed Asner.
remember.
Folks,
I was thinking,
Go
was
ahead.
was Paul Rudd from Kansas City?
That's
Yes.
what I was gonna say. I was
He
like,
didn't
that's the most famous one I know.
He didn't make the list, unfortunately, but
Sorry, Paul.
He's the high school that's like our rival, one of our rival high schools. They got like that. He was in the theater department and stuff because I don't know. And if you go back behind their like thing, you can see it's big on the wall. So it's like he just wrote it in like the biggest letters. You just see Paul Rudd in there. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, Rob Riggle, Shawnee Mission East, I'm guessing, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somewhere
okay.
over there, probably.
Yeah. So anyway, shout out to Kansas City. Thanks for putting up with that, Jack. That was especially fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, for the fact that Soul Gravy went like 12 for 15, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
If
I
you
think
stick around to some of our other episodes, it's
It
not
went so
that
well.
strong.
All right.
All right, Jack, we're going to get into some music questions here. So this first one is a little bit odd, but I like to ask it because it helps me kind of figure out where you sit musically. So we call it the pie question. Unfortunately, it's a musical pie, and we divide it up into 4 sections. Those 4 sections are songwriting, recording, performing, and then the 4th piece of the pie is everything is not part of one of those first 3 slices of pie, but you end up spending time on. So things like fixing the tire on the tour van, social media, booking, whatever it may be, things that just suck up your time. So the first question I have is, which one of those areas for you feels like home? Which one of those pieces is like, okay, this is my
Yeah.
gift. This is what I'm best at.
Yeah, I love just playing music and performing live. That's my thing that like makes me happy. That's what makes me feel like I'm doing stuff. That's why, I mean, I kind of had the whole thing coming out of high school where I was like, do I go to college? What do I do? And so that's kind of why I chose Oklahoma State, is because I can get in the music industry program down here, and also I can, like, it's the best place possible for me to come and play live as much as I could. So
Absolutely. So at what point did you figure out that performance was the thing that kind of turned your motor? When did you realize that? Was that right out of the gate, or was that something that kind of developed?
I've always liked like giving my music to other people and having like sharing a part of me, because I mean, like I said, I played jazz before I did any country stuff, and so a lot of that improvised solo stuff, I mean, it's almost as personal of an experience between the performer and the audience as like singing a song about your own, because it's about your own experiences and stuff, because it's like really like you're using this like time that with a completely unplanned solo, and you're trying to use the notes to tell a story, and it's very intentional in jazz when you're improvising about what you're trying to convey using an instrument and stuff. And so when I started doing that, I was like, man, this is a blast, this is a lot of fun. And then I started writing songs, and then it just took off from there, and that's just what I love doing. And from even probably before that, I've enjoyed it. I remember back in the old like little kid recital days, I'd be with like all my guitar teacher's other like students, and we'd all like play whatever song, and I'd like play I'd play a Turnpike song or something my dad had or something. And I mean, there's probably, I think there's a video out there of me playing House Fire by Turnpike when I was like 7 or something.
That's beautiful. Well, your dad sounds like a man of distinction.
Exactly.
So shout out to your dad.
Heck yeah.
So let's talk a little bit. So you touched on the writing side just a little bit, but tell us kind of a little bit about that journey and from when you first started writing to maybe now, and kind of what are some of the things that you've picked up along the way to make you successful in songwriting.
Yeah, so I started writing, man, actually, looking back, we wrote this song for like my school talent show when I was like in elementary school. I wrote that song, and I've probably been writing, even when I was a kid. I always thought it was cool. I won't say it was good at all, but but I always thought it was cool. And so, man, I've been writing since elementary school time, and I've been like whatever. I was writing whatever corny. My like 6th grade girlfriend probably like broke up with me, and I'm like, I'm like writing, trying to write like a, and then so I don't know. It's interesting. I've always like loved like using the words and that kind of stuff to make stories and that kind of stuff. And so I like once I got into high school and I started like playing guitar more, like I don't know, I'm playing guitar whatever 3-4 hours a day, and so like it kind of started happening. Like I'd practice jazz stuff, but it would just happen that like things would come to me, and I just started writing. And honestly, a lot of the times I was writing because I wanted to play my music when I played live. That's something that I've always like. I obviously write because I have these stories that I want to share, but also like a lot of the part that gets me going is I'm excited to like to play it for people. So
Sure.
I wanted some things for people to hear that's by me.
Makes sense. I mean, you have to develop your material. So a couple of questions about the songwriting piece of it. Do you have any, I don't know, maybe unique or obscure sources of inspiration when it comes to writing?
Yeah, I mean, so early stuff that I really liked, like I really liked Jack White. Before I was even really into country, I really liked Jack White, and so his one of his projects is the Rock on Tours, and they were one of my first concerts that I saw. Willie Nelson was my first concert. My dad did good, but one of after that, one of my first concerts was the Rock on Tours, which they were like seeing that live show. Like even to this day, it really like inspires like us, because when we play live, we try to be a rock band. We want energy and that kind of stuff, and that's what. Like, man, Jack White has some stage presence, so.
Boy, yeah. I think he still has a place in Tulsa. I know he loves Tulsa, but I think he splits some time in Tulsa. Has been involved with the community there, which is super cool. So, process-wise, in terms of songwriting, it feels like almost everybody we talk to has a little bit different process in terms of how they get the song out of however it's delivered. But do you have anything unique about your songwriting process, or what does it look like?
I mean, I'm one of those guys, like, I don't think I've really fully gotten into the co-write culture, so I don't know if like, but I'm one of those guys who, my best stuff I feel like comes to me when I've got a chord progression. Like, I'll have chords for the entire song in the form of the entire song before I ever even like a word comes into my mind.
Makes
and
sense.
So it's kind of like I'm one of those guys who's a lot. I don't know. There's like know a lot of guys who like there's a process to it, and they're like, this is what I do. Then I bring it to this guy. Then we come together and we do this. And me, it's really like I feel like it just comes to me because I'm just playing. It's like I'll get the guitar out and I'm like, this is what, like, the most recent song that we wrote. My bass player was like, I want to play a song in drop D. So I tune the guitar to drop D, and just from there, I'm just playing chords, find something. Okay, that lick sounds good, and then just take it and run with it and see what you can add to it. And so it starts with the guitar and that kind of stuff, and the actual tonal stuff, and then it kind of expands from there.
That makes sense.
That is a thing, like, different people you hear talk or whatever. A lot of the players, tend to work from that direction. You know what I mean? Where they'll have a phone full of licks and chord progressions and melodies and whatever, and then work back towards the lyrics. But then there's like the rest of us that can't really play that well, that have to go off of one line or whatever. But it is strange how the direction, the way you think about it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of crazy because I know a lot of guys who I'm buddies with who it's like they've got lyrics just in their phone, and I'm like, I don't think I've got a single lyric in my phone that doesn't already have a song already, like, I've got the chords with it too already. So that's that's one thing I feel like a lot of guys are like, whatever, I was just driving and the inspiration hit me and this line came to me, and it's like when that inspiration happens to me, it's not I feel like it's not usually the words that are hitting me. It's like I'm hearing something, like I'm listening to the radio or whatever, and I'm hearing a song, and I'm like, man, what if I did that, but I did this with it? And then, like, so it's a lot more like music. The tonal stuff is what comes to me.
Are you humming it in the phone, in the voice recordings?
Oh yeah.
That's one of those things that would be hilarious to somebody that, like, if somebody staggered on the folder full of you know what I mean, ramblings and whatever it would be, that would, especially out of context, that'd be pretty funny.
To be fair, there's a reason why I have a lock on my phone. So I have one more question, and then I'll hand it over to Soul Gravy because I know he's got a whole slew of questions. Do you ever find, in terms of the songwriting, that it hits you at not the ideal time? Like, those ideas hit you in places where you're like, this is not the place I probably should be songwriting?
Yeah. I mean, like, that's for a college student who's got school and work to worry about, and I'm sitting here, I'm just playing my guitar when I should be actually doing something. I actually play viola in the orchestra, and that's like how I get a lot of my scholarships to help pay for the school. So nice. I'm sitting here messing around on the guitar, and I'm like, I should probably be in a practice room, like, practicing this thing that's like a fancy, like, orchestral work that I'm supposed to have like ready to play in like 3 days, and I'm like, and instead I'm in here like writing songs. But one of them is a little bit more fun than the other, I will say.
I totally get that. Well, I hate to, I want to be the one to bear bad news, but I think that same urge, getting hit, never goes away. Like, and it will hit you the rest of your life at times where you go, man, why now? You know. So it is interesting how that works. But you gotta have a way to take it down or get that thought set aside. Otherwise, it just goes away.
Yeah.
So.
Do you remember, besides like friends and family, the one, folks that will tell you no matter if it's good, bad, or whatever, when you play a gig or play in a live situation, and do you remember the first time that somebody really paid attention to some of your songs? Yeah,
I mean, so not like this isn't like they gave me a crazy compliment, but I used to play this brewery back in Kansas City all the time, and so I'd play my songs and I'd mix them in with a bunch of covers because I didn't have that much stuff yet. And also, funnily enough, hopefully I don't get them in trouble for this, they didn't have you're supposed to have like a live music license to play covers, and they didn't have that. So so like they would like I'd say, oh yeah, I'll do all originals, but I didn't have enough originals, so I'd have to like sneak in covers, and I'd have to do like try to do obscure covers. Anyway, but at the like what ended up happening was like I would play it, and then I'd get done with the show, and I'd be whatever eating at a place with like my buddies after who really hadn't heard me play that much or anything, and they'd be like, they told me, they're like, well, I didn't notice the difference between your songs and the covers you were playing. And I was like, well, okay, so I must be finally doing something right. I must be, and so that's kind of
together some songs.
Yeah, that was the first time that I like. It wasn't even really a compliment, but it was like, it was the first time someone was like, okay, yeah, they're not terrible.
Well, I mean, you were still able to take it as a way to know you're kind of doing something, something right as far as where to keep moving.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Okay, when you were sneaking in some of those covers, what style of music would that have been?
A lot of so I was doing a lot of older stuff because I knew that maybe some people wouldn't know, and I was also doing a lot of like folk stuff because that obviously those were all acoustic stuffs. And at that time, I hadn't really gotten into the red dirt scene. I've always been a really big Turnpike fan, but I hadn't gotten into like the heavier stuff like Crossney and Ragweed and those older guys, and then also like the newer guys, the newer Texas guys. Like now I'm really into like Treaty Oak and all that kind of stuff. And so I hadn't really gotten into that yet. So my big influences were like the Wood Brothers, Avett Brothers, and like those kind of like more folky style bands. So I was really into that, and so I did a lot of Avett Brothers covers because not that many people knew them. You could sneak those in, and I did a lot of Jason Isbell and that kind of stuff. So that's generally what I was doing.
Well, the reason why I asked that is just because to see how it differs from what you're trying to do or what you're trying to put out, now, just the natural. I mean, because I'm sure you like tons and tons of different kinds of music in general, but still, whatever you were playing out at that point, comparing it to what what maybe you're thinking about, these days, and I know that can change, all the time. So
the other rule is that if the song is older than 100 years, it's public domain. So man, I'd whip out like 16 tons. I'd be playing some like old ones, and so like there's also some old jazz songs that are actually like kind of cool if you like adapt them. So I'd play like, and a bunch of like the early jazz stuff, like the Duke Ellington stuff. Is now over 100 years old. So I would play like Don't Get Around Much Anymore, country cover. It was pretty funny.
Nice.
Man, I had a question. I had a question, and it just went. What was I going to ask? Oh, when you're like in your classroom setting, around like there's that other like knowledge wise, that kind of musician, and then you go like you play with the ballroom guys or whatever. If they know they know a certain kind of music, you ever like struggle or have to keep in mind who you're talking to? You know what I mean?
Sometimes
does that make sense?
Yeah, when I'm doing like open mics and that kind of stuff, usually like the guys playing in Stillwater are just like, even the guys that are self-taught, they're just so good that it's like their ears are good enough that it makes up for anything that they wouldn't know otherwise. And as far as like my band and stuff, when we're playing, they're more technical than me. They are like my drummer. He's still a senior in high school, but he's won all-state for jazz drumming like 3 years in a row, and he's one of the best. I mean, every single time we get done playing a show, like people pull me aside, is like, I have not heard drumming like that in a country band before, and I'm like, yeah, he's a whole nother breed, and so then my bass player, he's just like a funk machine, like, so that's kind of, we got that funked up country thing that we do a lot. And dude, he's like slapping the bass on it, and it's like, so they're both really technical in that, and like that whole style, and they can probably read music better than me. They could do all the fancy stuff even better than me. So they sometimes put me to shame.
Well, that's good. Well, I mean, then you're at least you're speaking the same language.
Oh yeah,
you come from the same place. Well, it's about to be. Man, it's flown by. It's already halftime. Jeez.
Yeah, we went right by it. So, Jack, I think you have graciously agreed to play a song for us tonight. Would you like to introduce it? Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So, oh jeez, I'm getting notifications over here.
Sorry.
But this one is one I was telling you guys about that we just wrote. We wrote it before our show at Knuckleheads. That was our first hometown show in a while, and my bass player had said he wanted to play a song in drop D, and I was like, all right. So I wrote out the whole song, and I didn't have any like lyrics at all, and it just kind of came to me that I was like, I got a pretty cool girlfriend, so I was like, all right, I'll write another song about her. She's probably sick of me at this point. That's pretty much what I'm writing all the time. But so this one's called Kansas City Breakdown. Love you so, as a tear slides out from under mine. 'Cause when she looks up at me, I lose everything in her smile, in the lines of her face. Cause it's a Kansas City breakdown. It's a Kansas City breakdown, but I loved her from broke down alone.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Little Kansas City breakdown for y'all folks. This is where I insert a joke about working for a rental car company for 13 years in Kansas City. Dealt with a lot of Kansas City breakdown.
I forgot that we have sounds and stuff on this thing now. That's yeah. We had. Come on, maybe. No. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like,
Oh, heck
Hey,
yeah.
there we go. This is the high-level production needed, Jeff.
I know. Great
job.
We're professionals.
Thank you.
I would love to hear you were talking about playing live and everything with the band. I would love to hear the difference between the.
Dude.
I mean, I know there's a huge difference between the two, but I would love to hear that. So
That one especially because we wrote it. Obviously, I intentionally wrote it with that drop D lick in it, and then I also intentionally wrote it because sometimes I gotta like write a song. When you have players like what I got in my band, you sometimes gotta like give them like something to chew on so that they don't get bored. So like sometimes I purposely try to write like a hard song for them to play to, because otherwise they're just gonna get bored with all my 4-chord madness. so I wrote that one, and then I'm like, all right, I want to do like a whole build up all the way, and I want to go all the way up the scale, and I want to do like different chord voicings of the same thing, but we're going up the scale with those chord voicings, and then I want to cut it, and then I want to come right like I want the people to start clapping, and then I want to come back in with that main riff. And like I told them that, and I'm like, I told them before we like when I kind of sent it to them before we had rehearsal to like actually write the full how it's gonna sound. And so I'm sure they were all just like they were both like in there practicing what they wanted to do, because like sometimes when you have guys like that, you got to give them some cool stuff, because they like to play cool stuff.
yeah. You get another question there?
I do. I have a few.
Okay.
So
cool.
I know a little bit about the Stillwater scene, but if you were going to kind of describe that to somebody who maybe wasn't familiar, how would you talk about what it's like in Stillwater?
Man, it's really like close. It feels like a small town to me. Like my dad grew up in a small town, and it's kind of crazy. In Kansas City, I mean, like you know the guys that you see are playing around a lot, but like in Stillwater, everybody knows everybody. From the guy who just like posted like 3 videos on TikTok and he's blown up, to the guy who's like playing shows everywhere, and like everyone knows everyone, and it's kind of crazy. I think it can lead to a little bit of drama sometimes, which I think is kind of fun. Like certain people have some beef with each other, and like everyone knows about it. It's kind of fun. I'm not usually in on any of that. I just like to be on the outsides of that. But it's kind of fun to watch it happen and stuff. But yeah, and it's really close knit, and then it's really honestly when I got here, like with the Red Dirt stuff being what I'd known from here, I was expecting it to be a lot of full band, like a lot of like that kind of stuff, which there is a lot of opportunities for that. But
Sure.
What I didn't realize is there's so much songwriting stuff here. Like it's crazy. Like and it's not just like the kind of Nashville thing where it's like collaborative songwriting, but a lot of it's like songwriting showcasing. There's a lot of songwriting nights where even got like back in Kansas City, I remember we'd do those, and it would almost be like it felt like you were playing with like the guys who were playing big gigs, like they were kind of too good for those songwriter things sometimes. And so here in Stillwater, I mean, you'll see like I got a buddy who he opened for William Clark Green the night before, and then he came and played our little songwriters round for like 30 people, and it's like everybody just wants people to listen to their songs and that kind of stuff. So it's really the songwriting culture and the culture of like showing your songs is like really cool down here.
Yeah, there's something super unique about it.
Is Dylan Moss wasn't he from?
Yeah, at Bad Brad's. That's a fun one.
Okay.
He runs the
but,
Bad
but
Brads.
he's in Stillwater, right? Or
Yeah.
close to it.
Close by, yeah.
I thought so.
I guess one of the questions I wanted to know if if we happen to go viral on Oklahoma State's campus, what's your regular? Do you have a semi-regular rotation of places that you play in Stillwater? Where could I come watch you?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm obviously trying to be at Bad Brad's playing that songwriter night every Thursday. I try to get out there, see my buddies. We all play our new songs we written over the week, and so that's where I'm usually on Thursdays, and then like Fridays and Saturdays. It's kind of interesting. The music scene's kind of in the air right now here in Stillwater because there's some issues with Murphy's is one bar that J.R. Murphy is one that has like a lot of live bands. They're in some legal trouble right now, so I don't know what's going on with them. But like, so that's a place I've played a lot. And then obviously there's like Willie's. That's where like so many guys have. Garth Brooks is the main one that started playing there. And then like during the summer there's like the big outdoor one is Coney Island. That's a fun bar to play. And they do stuff after games. We've played after a football game there. That was pretty fun. So that's where I'm generally at around Stillwater. I'm just kind of hovering around Washington Street.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm wondering, like, how do you when you move from you're an out of towner and you move in? I mean, you're like, what's step one to getting those gigs, or just meeting people in general for somebody that's I know not every scene is going to be like Stillwater, but just for somebody that's interested in putting their foot in those waters, like what do you do?
So what started it for me is like the first night that I got here, me and my family ate at Bad Brad's. Like we got all my stuff in and we ate at Bad Brad's, and we saw a sign that said whatever, singer-songwriters night. And so my family left, and I was like, all right, this is the first time I'm on my own now. And so like I got to start beating the pavement here. And so first thing I did was went up there, met Dylan, met all those guys. And so that was kind of the start, was you got to meet the musicians that'll put you on their shows and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then from there it's just like you got to show up to the bars, even if you're like not like of the age to go in and be a person who's their customer. Like you just need to be sitting outside their door when the owner comes in, and like man, that's what's done it for me in so many places. But just going to those bars before they're open or whatever, and just talking to people, it's like one of the best things. That's what got me into, like, when I played Buck's Bar in Venice, Nebraska. That was what, like, that's kind of the most awesome version of that happening, because man, the way I got in there was I just showed up to eat whatever with my band, because we just played a rodeo up there, and so I was just planning on talking to him, and I finally got him, because we tried to go up there and talk to him like 3 times, and I finally got him that time. And a lady was playing. It was a Sunday, so he has his like Sunday music and stuff. And a lady was playing, and I came in, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm Jack Dunker. I just played around here, and I would really love to get a gig up here, or whatever." And the dude, I was just midway eating whatever. I think I ordered like a burger or something. He gets the girl's guitar. He asks her. She takes a break, and he asks her if he could use her guitar, and she's like, okay. And he just brings it over to me, and he's like, all right, you got 4 songs. Let's hear it. And so I played him the songs, and then he was like, all right, we'll get you a date booked. And so that kind of stuff is what gets you into those places, is just like being there and talking to those people, because those people get 1,000 emails a day, 1,000, like everyone. If everyone would want to play all the coolest bars and stuff. So like everyone's trying. What you got to do is you got to stand out. And if you're talking, it's pretty hard to ignore someone who's right in front of your face. So.
And shout out to Buck too.
Thank you for the email.
I met him one time at band camp at North Springs, and man, he just looking from afar and watching what they do, and like, you were talking about as far as getting 1,000 emails and stuff. He seems like somebody that's trying to book all 1,000 of those too. Like he supports independent music. I mean, there's a lot of venues around that are trying to do that, but I don't see a lineup or a rundown the way that they do it over there. So shout out to Buck and everything. One of these days I'll go see that place. So
yeah, it's a fun spot for sure.
We'll fly into Kansas City, Soul Gravy, and we'll run up to Nebraska, and that way we can hit a couple places.
Sounds good to me.
All right,
I gotta hit Canes and all kinds of places that I've never been to. So there's a bunch. So
Jack,
I've tried going up to Canes. They won't let me in. I don't know. I keep banging on the door trying to get them to give me a gig.
Well, you need a helper first. No, like, I think the key to playing Canes is getting in there as an opener.
We'll see. It might be a little while before we make it up on that stage.
Never know.
I don't know if a visit to the bar we'll get that one booked or not.
For sure. Man, what a great place.
I've been stalking the owner for 6 months. That's not getting me anywhere.
Well, it's probably worth it.
Continue.
Yeah. So my question is, what does the summer look like for you? What any plans for the summer?
Yeah, we're planning on putting out some more music. We've got the single coming out on January 23rd, and then I kind of want to drop an EP with like a lot of the stuff that I've written since I've gotten down here to Oklahoma, because it's a lot different from what we played before. Just because like I got down here and I met these guys and I started listening to this music, and it really changed a lot of the stuff that I do writing wise and like what I'm into right now. So you can definitely tell like the changes in my life through the music, and I kind of want to put out an EP that accentuates that and shows people that.
And would there be support shows this summer, or will you go back to Kansas City? Or
yeah, plan is we obviously got to hit the markets that we're already good in and play some shows back in Kansas City, play some shows up in Nebraska and that kind of stuff. And but cool thing is, Julie at Smoke Show, she's doing a great job for us. We're gonna have some really cool shows coming up. I don't know. Sometimes I get in trouble when I talk about too much.
You don't have to.
Let's not get you in trouble.
But I do know that we got some.
She has my phone number.
Stuff.
We don't need to be in trouble.
I do know that there's some really cool stuff that she's booking, and like everything that she's doing, and the people that she's brought on. Like it's going to be a really cool summer for us, and it's going to bring us into some stuff that we haven't had a chance to do so far, but that we're pretty excited to get into.
Very exciting. Well,
so follow all the socials, everybody, so that you can keep up with when those when those things happen, and the follow on the streaming platform, so you know when the music is dropping and all of that stuff. So anyway,
very exciting.
Continue.
Well, we have arrived at rapid fire. So these questions don't require a ton of thought, but we'll just kind of rip through them, and here we go. First question: what's your favorite chord?
Gotta be like B flat.
He's 13. A jazz guy too. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Repeat that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you.
I like a B flat 13. That's my. It's like a 7, but you add that like 13 at the top. Ooh, it's so good.
There's 100% chance we're never getting that again.
I'll play it right now.
First and last, but that's cool. Yeah, here we go.
Usually it's like a C.
Wait, what? Oh, I forget I'm in drop D. Okay, here we go. Like at the end, you're playing like a jazz song. Bop bop ba da bop.
All right, that's a great answer. It's the first time we've gotten a demonstration too. So, all right, you're. Do you listen to music on Spotify?
Yeah. Oh, I'm more on Apple Music.
Apple. Okay. So we'll skip that question.
No. They give a rap too.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they do.
All right. Well, any idea who was on your top few raps?
Oh yeah.
Apple wrapped.
Always, never. It's never changed in like 5 years. Turnpike's always at the top. They're always winning.
I don't know. We just all became best friends.
We did.
But coming in, I'm trying to think what's new this year. Kind of, there's a lot of like I've gotten into a lot of the older grunge stuff that's really inspired a lot of the Red Dirt stuff. So that's some stuff that I've been getting into lately. But then also always on there is 49 Winchester is my jam. I love 49, so they're pretty killer. So they're on there too. That's kind of what it's looking like, I think.
Nice. Well, you like the harmonies, so that's cool. All right.
You were talking about the older grunge stuff. That's actually one of the comments that was made as far as the song you played earlier was had a Smashing Pumpkins feel to it.
Oh yeah, I get that a lot. Actually. I get the voice comparison.
All right. So
I was thinking Drive By Truckers. So that's who I was. Yeah. Not the Isbell stuff, but the rest.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In this hypothetical situation,
I keep interrupting you. I don't know.
I know it's ridiculous.
Whatever.
In this hypothetical situation, you have started a podcast because I know you don't have enough things going on in your life. You started a podcast. You get one musical guest as your first guest. Who do you have on?
I'm having Willie Nelson on. That would be such a fun podcast.
Absolutely. That's a great answer.
He's got a lot of stories. I think he might have the most stories in country music.
Yeah, he's got a few. You get dinner with one historical figure. Doesn't have to be music related. They could be dead or alive. But you get to eat with one person. And what are you going to eat?
Still Willie Nelson.
I'm going to do like...
Well, not till later.
I would do like, I don't know, like Alexander the Great or something. I'm a bit of a history buff. I like
That's good.
I like to watch some documentaries and stuff. So I would do like Alexander the Great, and I would want some steak. I feel like if you brought somebody from a long time ago and brought them to the modern day, and like honestly, never mind, not steak, because I want to see what they would say to like a hamburger. Like if you just put a hamburger in front of Alexander the Great, is like what's he gonna say?
Sir, this is Whataburger.
Exactly.
Right. All right, good answer.
That's funny.
I'm guessing you've seen a few of these. So, what does your ideal green room look like?
Man, we always like the refreshments. I'm fine with like a kind of a dingy green room as long as I got my refreshments in there. I love my Sprites before the show. And so can't have anything else yet, but I like my Sprites before the show.
It's a good,
and
you'll find out later that it's a good mixer.
Yeah.
And
they don't fall off the list, right?
my bass player really likes South Park, so probably a TV that's got South Park on. That's our go-to after the gig. It's funny. It seems like every single time we get back after a show or whatever, or we're in the green room, you turn on Comedy Central and that's just what's on all the time. Like that's all that's on. I think
I had that conversation with Adam Hood, I believe, at where the intro of this podcast came from. He was talking about that as far as when you get back to the room. Same thing what you just said.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have a choice because what else are you going to watch on a hotel TV?
Yeah.
At 3 a.m. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny.
This next question is, what? I'm just getting updates on the basketball game. Sorry. It just keeps coming on my phone, so there must be something super interesting going on. All right, so you could add your music to any soundtrack. So it could be TV show, movie, whatever. What are you choosing?
Oh my goodness, I'm trying to think of one that would work with it. I like Tombstone. Tombstone would be like if that movie had just like, I don't know. I'd probably have to write something different, but like something that would fit the vibe. Like some of my earlier stuff that's less hard, like what we're going into now. I would love to hear it with that. Like I love that movie so much. Such a good movie.
Yeah, it's great. We'll have to get.
I like hearing that
working
kind of
on that.
answer too. I'm sorry. I like hearing that kind of answer too. As far as a lot of times people think of it as from a business standpoint. So they're like Landman,
Yeah.
or Yellowstone or whatever. And it is cool to hear it from I'm actually a fan of whatever the case would be, not just from the business standpoint. So I think that's the intentions of that question anyway, right?
Yes. I think you already answered the question for Oklahoma. So I'm going to ask bucket list venue in the state of Kansas that you haven't played that you would like to play, and then one outside of the state of Kansas that's not Oklahoma.
Yeah, so probably outside of the state of Kansas, really easy Billy Bob's.
Okay.
I see the stuff, all the live at Billy Bob's stuff, and that's what I listen to all the time. I'm listening to all those live recordings because I love hearing the live bands. I love hearing what they're doing. That's gotten me to very much. I want to someday be able to do that. That would be amazing. And then in Kansas, it used to be for us. It used to be headlining Knuckleheads, but we got to do that on Thursday, which was a blast.
Oh,
so
awesome.
now
Congrats.
it's not. That one's checked off the bucket list, and I'd say, man, playing the Midland or the Uptown, which are both pretty cool spots. The Midland is where I saw the Rock Tours play. We were in the balcony there, and they were so loud. And that building's so old. That building is an old theater, and dude, it's terrifying. You think you're gonna fall.
It is. I've been there. I understand. All right, when I say sad song, what's the song that comes to mind?
My song or just any song?
Any song.
Man, probably Amarillo by Morning.
Okay.
Or one of those slower George Strait ones like Cheyenne or something.
Yeah.
I really like that. I like that really the steel guitar and then the really soulful lyrics and that kind of stuff. That's what I think about.
Great answer. That is it for Rapid Fire. You did phenomenal. Better than most. So congrats, Jack. We are setting you up for the final question. This is a question that we have asked since episode 1. Kind of started as a joke, but now we're forced to have to ask it. Even without the sponsorship, we still ask it.
We get in trouble. Yeah.
Soul Gravy, that's your intro.
All right. Okay, all right. Just so you know, it's halftime on the Kansas and Iowa State game. That's why you're getting notifications. Would you like to know the score?
No.
Okay, that's why I asked instead of just blurting it out. Okay.
I appreciate that.
As you say on the Why Are They Famous? They're doing good. They're doing good. So
nice.
Everything's going great.
All right, great.
All right. The last final question, Jack. What is your favorite Little Debbie snack?
The honey buns gotta be.
That was right out of the gate,
I was listening to some of my buddies you had on earlier, and so to get myself ready, and I was like, got to this question, and I was like, it's no question, honey buns. My dad used to do barbecue contests, and he had a team or whatever, and they go do all night smokes or whatever. And I'd come with them, and I'd remember falling asleep in a bag chair, and I'd wake up in the morning, and my dad would put the honey buns on the grill for 2 minutes or whatever, and he'd pull them off, and they're all soft and oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
well, that's actually an answer on one of the episodes that's about to post with the Creekers. By the way.
Heck yeah.
They all joined the podcast, which was like herding cats, but in the best kind of way possible. But one of the answers was actually, the grilled honey bun. And then I mentioned throwing ice cream on top of it, and I think it blew his mind. He hadn't thought about that. He hadn't thought about that yet.
Well, ice cream honey bun sandwich. Yeah.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
All right. Well. Hey, Jack, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. We had a great time getting to know you a little bit. And folks, make sure, like Soul Gravy said, go follow Jack. Jack, what's your handle on socials?
I'm just Jack Dunker Music everywhere. You put it in, you can find me. Got jackdunker.com's got links to everything you would want to see around of me, see my shows, see my videos. So
go to a show, buy some merch.
Heck yeah.
For any independent artist that you see around, you won't be disappointed. Go watch some live music and support some small businesses.
Folks, it's cheaper than therapy.
Heck yeah, and I just want to say thank you to you guys for doing this, for doing this thing, and you're a really cool guys like you who are promoting independent music and helping guys like me get a start are really cool. You guys are really doing me a solid, and I'm really thankful for it.
We're finally cool. Holy shit, Tyler.
Yeah. It's absolutely
on the downhill side of my life. I finally cool. Shit.
Yeah, it took a little bit, but
better late
y'all,
than never.
thanks for joining. Join tomorrow. We have Bill Corbin and Matt Hillier. You won't want to miss that. If you're familiar with 1100 Springs, you know Matt Hillier. And special guest host tomorrow, Bill Corbin of Making the Motor Cars. So come hang out with us tomorrow at 8 o'clock. It'll be a blast. See you, Jack.
See ya.
See ya.